In this video, I'm going to show you some of the top strategies for profiting with flash loans and how you can find new opportunities and also create your own so that you can leverage this insane power as a blockchain developer. So before we get into that, if you're new around here, hey, I'm Gregory, and on this channel, I turn you into a blockchain master. So if that's something that you're interested in, then smash that like button down below for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to this channel. So a quick recap, I imagine if you're watching this video, you understand what a flash loan is, but if not, basically this is where you can borrow millions of dollars of cryptocurrency for free with zero money down. There's no risk you can lose the money, right? As long as you pay it back in the same transaction. And people are doing this in DeFi. They're using it with trading bots, for leverage, liquidations, all this type of stuff. And I made a video last week talking about how this is the #1 skill for blockchain developers to learn because it's basically a superpower, okay? And that's why I'm rebooting the Flash Loan Masterclass on Thursday, August 26th. And so I'm going to show you how to create a flash loan and how to profit with them. So make sure you sign up with the link down below to hold your spot today. So what I want to do in this video, though, is talk about some of the strategies for doing flash loans and kind of peel back the curtain and say, like, okay, what are people actually doing with them? How can you create profitable opportunities? Because in that last video, I talked about how this opportunity has really expanded. We start off with flash loans on top of Ethereum with a handful of applications, right? Like Aave, for example. But since flash loans really hit the scene, basically, we have a lot of other blockchains pop up, like Binance Smart Chain, like, Polygon, et cetera. And we have other layer 2 shipping, like Optimism, Arbitrum. And so what's happening is a lot of these applications are flocking to these new ecosystems. We're seeing new DEXs pop up all over the place. And so really, this is opportunity spreading and it's multiplying. And let me tell you why that's such a good thing. Because essentially, if you want to, succeed with flash loans, you have one of two opportunities. Opportunity number one basically is to become the absolute best, the most competitive person with a very advanced strategy, a lot of fast hardware, all that type of stuff, really sophisticated setup. All right. And that's challenging. Okay. But the other opportunity is basically just to find new opportunities that other people aren't doing, all right, and be one of the first people to do them, okay, and then rinse and repeat this strategy. How would you do that? Well, one of the easiest ways is basically look and see what other successful people are doing that are actually pulling off flash loans or reverse engineering what they did in that particular instance to kind of, get the wheels turning in your head so that you can actually create your own strategies. Because at the end of the day, I can make a video and actually just spoon feed you a step-by-step strategy on how to do a profitable flash loan. But as soon as I do that, like everybody who's watching this video is going to do the exact same strategy, and then you're going to be competing with one another. And then you go back to that problem which I was saying initially, which is now you have to be the fastest and best person to do that type of thing. But if I can show you how to reverse engineer this and then learn how to create your own custom strategies, then that's going to be better for you in the long term. All right, so if you want to reverse engineer this process and try to figure out how to create your own custom strategies, and I'm going to walk you through how to do that right now. And so the first thing you want to do is basically put on your detective hat. You want to think okay, I'm trying to get from point A to point B, and I need to think about every step that I need to know in order to get there. So we're going to do this through just asking questions. It'd be kind of like the Socratic method of trying to figure out, this information. So the first question you want to ask is okay, so where can you do a flash loan? Well, one of the biggest flash loan providers, like I mentioned in this video, is Aave, okay? So if you wanted to find where people are doing flash loans, you could just look it up, okay? So you look at the Aave developer documentation. You can see this is where you do flash loans. And whenever people call this flash loan function, they do it from the Aave lending pool. This is the specific part of the Aave architecture, the specific smart contract where people are taking out flash loans. It's okay. So let's look at the Aave lending pool. You can look at it on a website like Ethereum Scam, all right? And this will show you all the information about it. All right, and you can see all the transactions that are going in and out of the Aave lending pool. Now, if you look at the transactions, go past the pending ones, these aren't all flash loan transactions. They're different types of transactions because that's not the only thing you can do with the lending pool. You can do multiple things. That's where the core part of Aave's architecture works, where you do borrowing and lending, but that's also where they support flash loans. So you can see different methods in here, like, deposit, withdrawal. You can click on these and see, okay, this is just, a simple, deposit into Aave or a simple withdrawal like you might do through the user interface. But you can scroll down through here and eventually you can find transactions that are actual flash loans. You can see one here. I just pulled this up randomly. Let's just step through it and you can see like how do you determine what's happening here? Like again, you have to think about this like a detective or maybe like an archaeologist or forensic scientist. So anybody who tries to put puzzle pieces together to determine what it is. But you can actually read the blockchain and you can see the steps that happen. So clearly this was done with a smart contract because you can see multiple steps in these operations, okay? Because you couldn't just do this if you were going to, take out a flash loan with your address. There's multiple steps in the process here. Okay, and that's what you're always doing as a developer is you're creating your own custom smart contracts that implement these strategies. That's what I'm showing you how to do is plan out the steps that would happen inside of the function call for your smart contract. You can reverse engineer what other people are doing. So basically, you can look at that. This was taken out $130,000 flash loan of USDT. And as always, like just because you can borrow, millions of dollars of cryptocurrency with flash loans, you always have to borrow that amount. That's just like how much you can do. So you can take out $130,000 here. We swapped Ether and USDT on Uniswap. So Uniswap is a decentralized exchange. Swapped the same amount for USDC, which is a different stable coin. All right. And then we see the final transactions here on Aave and then repaying back $130,000 loan. So what are some conclusions you can draw from this? So basically, this looks like an arbitrage situation between two different stable coins. You can see $130,000 in USDT was taken from here, and then there's a difference of $130,117 USDT here. All right, and then that's swapped with USDC, and then basically the USDT is repaid back with the initial loan. So this looks like a situation where essentially there's a price discrepancy here between two different stable coins. This can happen because ultimately stable coins are pegged to the US dollar, but their pegs kind of float. And so sometimes when these stable coins drift from one another, there's an arbitrage opportunity that can happen. So if you're trying to create your own strategy, you might say, okay, where else might this happen? What other stable coins are there? There's USDT, there's USDC, there's DAI, there's, stable coins issued by all these different protocols, okay? And you might say, okay, how can I look for these different stable coins, find price discrepancies? Where can I find apps that have liquidity on this? What are the decentralized exchanges? There's Uniswap, SushiSwap. I mean, the possibilities are endless, okay? This is just how you uncover these opportunities and figure out how you can create a custom strategy for yourself. And so that's one way that you might break down the transactions that you see on Etherscan here and start to get the wheels turning inside your head to figure out what you might personally be able to do. You can multiply this by looking at all the flash loan transactions that took place. You can also look at the person who triggered the flash loan in the first place and then see their activity on top of the Ethereum network and see like, hey, what else are they doing? Is this person doing other flash loans? Are they doing flash loans with other providers? Okay. You can also see on Etherscan that they have a new drop down to see whether this account or smart contract exists on a different blockchain. So this is BlockScan. BlockScan basically is Etherscan for all blockchains. And it shows you like, hey, does this person have transactions on Polygon? Does this person have transactions on, Optimism Layer 2? Binance Smart Chain, really any Ethereum compatible chain is going to be supported on BlockScan because any Ethereum wallet can basically have a balance on any of these addresses because you can just change your MetaMask dropdown to a different blockchain and use it that way. Okay. So then you might say like, hey, what's this person doing on that chain? Are they taking out flash loans? You might discover a new flash loan provider on a different blockchain. You might discover a DeFi strategy. This is how you reverse engineer this process and find out about opportunities and, create opportunities for yourself. And so that's some of the top ways that you can create your own strategies for profiting with flash loans. Really just looking at what other people are doing, exploring different ecosystems, looking at different, flash loan providers in different ecosystems, and then trying to break down what they're doing, analyzing them, and then creating your own strategies. Because again, I could sit here and show you an exact step-by-step way to do a flash loan and make money with it. But as soon as I do that and watch at least this video, somebody else can do the exact same thing, and then you're competing with one another. At the end of the day, you either have to be the most competitive person doing it, and then, it's pretty challenging to be that person, or you just go create your own strategies that nobody else is doing, and then you get to make, money that way. So that's an overview of how to create those strategies. So don't forget to hold your spot for the Flash Loan Masterclass. We're going to do that this Thursday, August 26th. Inside, I'm going to show you how to set up a Flash loan and how to do it with a strategy where you can make money that's not zero sum and competitive like this. But then now you can take those learnings and apply it to the exact strategies like I've talked about in today's video. So make sure you sign up with the link down below and hold your spot today. So that's all I got. As always, smash that like button down below for the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. If you can't wait till the Masterclass and you just want to get your hands dirty, start coding today, you can go to my YouTube homepage. You can find any of my free courses there. They're like Udemy courses, but they're totally free. And if you like those and you want to take the next step, then definitely hold your spot for that Masterclass. So that's all I've got. And until next time, thanks for watching Dapp University.